Hello everybody, it's me Ben, and today we're going to be doing an episode on the Tardis Bay. And as I said I'd do it in the last episode, so we're going to be doing this episode. So the Tardis Bay is like an area where I keep Tardises from the mod. So let me show you. So you see how all these have like you can get this, pick it up and place it. Basically, this Tardis Bay has all of its TARDISes, but one thing is it doesn't have all the exteriors. So if you think there's an exterior missing, that's because it's not on here. If they make like a one you can physically pick up, then I will probably put it down. But currently, some of them don't. So it's only ones that you can currently pick up like this. And that's what the Tardis Bay is, and it's all over there. So let's go there right now. Okay, we are now here, the Tardis Bay. As you can see, it's very long and very big so far. Okay, I'm going to show you around. So this main area is for my main TARDIS. This area. These 4 spots for other TARDISes that I want to, for other TARDISes I have, and then the rest of this, all TARDISes that are from this, all of them, and they're all in order as well, which is very hard if you want to move everything. And you can see they've all got signs, and they go from from side to side. Basically, it's just all the TARDISes. I'm not going to showcase all of it really. I'm not going to showcase all of it. I'm just going to do a brief image of all the TARDISes. I'm not going to show the inside because the inside are just exactly the same. Not exactly the same, but they're just the consoles that come with the TARDIS, the ones you place down. Most of these will place down before the update, where you can change what it looks like when you place it. It's very dark down here, so you get a lot of mobs, and it's very laggy because there's a lot of TARDISes. A lot. Ooh, that is a vortex manipulator spot, which I do have a waypoint here. See, it is extremely laggy here, especially upstairs. There's more TARDISes. Okay. You might be looking at this and wondering what this is. This, I thought this would be almost like a town, maybe like ambient city from the Dalek Mod server. Because when I started Dalek Mod on a single player world, I thought of something like that, building something like that in single player for some reason. So it's still here. They just sell like basic stuff: screwdrivers, keys, elixir, watch, and River's diary. And I don't do it like the normal money like on the server. I quite like it the diamond way, like 3 diamonds, like Hermitcraft. So that's what I've done. I've tried to make it so that it's very fair, or I think would be fair for all of that. So then we're gonna go. These are all these tiles on the top. This chest, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was when I was starting to build some stuff from our tiles. I can't remember what that was, but it's just gonna stay there for now. It is kind of messy. It's got random stuff everywhere. As you can see, there is lots of tiles that should be here, like exterior wise, but these are all ones that you can pick up, like I've said. Well, this is a jukebox when I was listening to some of the Dalek Mod music. I actually have 5 spots left. I do need to make this bigger at one point. At one point, I do need to make this bigger. But yeah, they all have signs except for these 2 ones, because their names are very hard. So I'll do that another time. I'm going to show you what this place looks like from the not from the inside. I don't know, could you call it from the inside? There's no walls. Yeah, it's getting extremely laggy. There we go. You can actually see where originally it was, I think it was meant to be just like one floor with a roof, and you could see that's where that's where it was, but that's where it was. But then I had to expand it, so I had to expand it to a second floor. It has that weird curve to fit that shop, and it also has a helipad which looks very good with it, which matches it. There is a way to use the ladders to get up from the second floor to get to the top, to the helipad. That's really what it looks like. For the rest of this video, I am going to just show you these two Tardis I have here. That one, that doesn't really count. Actually, no, not that one, because that one is just a console, but it doesn't have an exterior. It doesn't have like a physical thing. So just this one I'm going to show you. This is another one of my Tardises. Yeah, that's very great. Okay. As you saw, it clearly had the Dalek Emperor. Yeah, it's this what I've done is I've kind of made like a Dalek ship, but a Tardis. So basically this Dalek is flying. Tardis. I've also made a small console. This was the original clock console. Dalek Emperor. The Dalek Emperor is still alive with Daleks. It has these things from the 10th Doctor's TARDIS and the War Doctor's TARDIS. You see these little pedestals. These are for like to hold Daleks in, but the Daleks despawned. All of them. But I do have a chest on my main island so I can replace them because I know exactly which ones are missing. I try to put things that I think would fit on what they might use, like Daleks would use, maybe to find the Doctor, especially his hand. I mean, they would probably use his hand. The reason there's a little console here is actually to hide the block, because this is kind of like a block almost. See? There's a block, and you click that, you can get the spawner. So this just tries to hide it. If you keep going in and out of the TARDIS, more of these spawn. Every time you come in, it spawns 4 more, which is sometimes annoying. It's very dark. I've turned off the lights, and they do have weird light blocks. I don't really like the light blocks, but sometimes they're good, but they're not always good. So I usually destroy them in a TARDIS. I try to make sure they're all gone usually. I don't usually use light blocks in my TARDISes. I don't think I ever have. So that's this TARDIS. So this area is called the TARDIS Bay because it's where all the TARDIS land. But what I wanted to do is like put kind of like shops around the side. But instead of you buying something, it just shows you like all the like console controls, all the monitors, everything like that, all the types of doors, and that's what it would kind of be like, shops that show you everything. So then it's better for me when I'm building stuff, so I can just come to here and like, look, these are all the roundels, these are all the flight switches and things like that. Which I think that would be very good if that worked. It would take a long time and might not look good. It was very loud. So yeah, all along here would be shops. I was thinking of like here, like maybe here, or like here, but like a charging station, like where you charge a TARDIS. like a petrol station, but instead it just blocks the Zyton. You can put your TARDIS there. Of course, I've got my Zyton cave where I charge my main TARDIS, but I thought that might look cool, like for a town. I don't think there'll be any like apartment buildings. Maybe there might be like an area showing all the different mobs with anti-manipulators. That would be quite cool if I could do. Yeah, this is just like a place with all the TARDIS, so I can just go and look into a TARDIS and see what the TARDIS exterior looks like. And I also used it so I can decide what TARDIS exterior I wanted for each regeneration. See, TARDISes. That's all it really is. There is a space here because I wanted like a bridge, because I thought of this place to have like 2 floors or some of them, so there'd be like a path going between the 2 floors. That's what these are. There will be a path between this and the shop when I do make the shops. I think the shop will mostly be on that side and some on this side, but I think mostly will be on that side. We have every task except for the one. You might be wondering why there's the giant holes everywhere. It's because before I knew that the Daleks could randomly just explode each other, yeah, they did that. They exploded until I turned it off, because you can turn it off to make sure it doesn't happen where Dalek just explodes, and they've just done it most on land. I've cleaned some of the places up, but it's still very messy. I still have to clean up all of that, but like the bigger ones are mostly gone. Like right over here was a very big hole, like very big. You can still see some of it, but like most of this was just giant holes in the ground. Look, you can see I kept this to show how big it was, and I've covered most of it up. Even that little beach. This was the beach I spawned on. This area. This is where I spawned at. This area. It was actually right here. This is where I chose my first TARDIS. Right here. On this little beach. I'm just realizing this is more about other parts of my land than the actual TARDIS bay. I think I'm just gonna go through some of my favourite consoles that are from the Dalek Mod. So that's what we're going to do, and then I'll probably end the video. This is one of my favourite. Actually, I think this might be my favourite that the Dalek Mod have done so far. Like the ones you can get just in normal worlds, not the ones that people have created. I really like this clock. It looks super cool. Oh, and you know that smoke effect I was talking about in the last video? This is like this weird smoke effect I wanted to use in one of the TARDISes that I'm making. See, it looks super cool, but I think you're meant to put lights at the bottom to make it kind of glow, which I think I might do that. So this is the new clock design. I do have a clock with the original design, because this wasn't the original one. I did like the original one. That was actually one of the inspirations for one of the consoles I made, for that wooden console I made. Basically, it's like the head of a clock, of a 4-sided clock. It's very big. It's one of the biggest TARDISes in the game, and I really like it. It's so detailed. Everywhere is like, it's very detailed. Even the floor is very detailed, or platforms. So we're going to go into another TARDIS, another one I really like. Some of them I just like the exterior, not the console, because they don't have a console, some of them. Like the Cyber one doesn't have a console, so it just has the basic console. Oh, I do really like this the tree one. It's very good. Another one of my tasks was going to be based off this one until I played with the Tardis mod, which I think is very good. So this was going to be the original design for one of them. Well, not the original design, but slightly modified. Trying to feel the bubbling is. I think there's the doctor's hand somewhere. That bubbling effect is quite annoying with it, but it's still quite good. Wait, I have never seen this. I'm just finding. Oh, I didn't know this was the thing in this TARDIS. I'm finding new things in this TARDIS. That's weird. Yeah, this is one of my other favourite TARDISes. I really like it because it's like a weird nature. I like it because it's very reminiscent of nature. It's like they've taken the outside and put it inside the TARDIS. Bigger on the inside. There's not really many TARDISes that I really like. Oh no, there is one more. There's one more that I really like. I really like it. It's so good. The newest ones, newest console rooms are so good. Like this one. I like this so much. I like the way that these have been used, like almost like walls. I like that kind of effect where like there's walls around the console. I don't think I'll use it for any of my builds, but maybe I'll use it for some of my consoles. It's got a lot of corridors, I think. Yeah, it did. There's one with lots of corridors. I don't like the ladder here. I feel like that doesn't really match. I feel like a staircase would be better than a little ladder, but I guess they didn't have enough space to do a staircase. I think I might do, maybe I'll do another episode of me reviewing all the TARDIS consoles. I mean, that'd be quite long. So it might be like multiple parts. That might be in a series of its own, maybe. Reviewing Dalek Mod. Comment down if you would like that. Reviewing Dalek Mod. So that's this console, which I really do like it. I think that's it for the. Well, I'll show you this one. It's basically this one, but I'll show you. Oh, that's very loud. So it's the David Tennant's console with this Dalek Emperor in it. This one I haven't fully modified, except that I didn't do that. The chair looks really good though. It looks like it's part of it almost. I really do like the Dalek Emperor. It's one of my favourite things. There's like 3 blocks that are so good, that are really good. The Intemperism, the Moment, and the Dalek Emperor. I especially like it like when it's just a block, when it's just a shell, and there's not the squid creature in it. For some reason, I think that is on purpose, but the eye on the Squid Emperor is like a little bit weird. I think in the show it's more in the middle, but maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. It does look kind of weird. It does look kind of weird, but maybe that's just the squid creature that looks weird, not the Dalek Mod model. It is very rainy on this world. think that'll be it for this video. So I'm gonna say bye, and I'll see you in the next video. The next video will be my Gallifrey. So bye.